No, that's it. Check it out in the mirror.
Yeah, I really like that.
Have our names on the shirts.
Yeah.
Go to places.
That's cute.
Yeah, if I got one, I would get my nickname on the shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you show up and people are like, is that your shirt? Yeah, that's mine. Yeah. This is my work shirt.
Yeah, I love that.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Sorry. I wasn't looking. Just spilling. That's tart. Okay, so we just said bye to the homies. Oakland looked out for us.
Oakland smiled upon us. The car-breaking gods were with us today.
We left Steve RV on the street and came back. Bikes are on the back. Windows are intact. Shout out the neighborhood. Shout out the people in Oakland being like, the homies is here. We'll look out for them.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Oakland?
I really like it. My sister used to live in this area for many years, but never Oakland proper. So I didn't really spend a lot of time here in Oakland. I really like it. I like it more than when I used to come and visit her. I definitely got a better vibe this time around. It's kind of got like everything you want, like nice weather, good mix of like urban and suburban in terms of like density.
Yeah.
And like the houses are all super cute. I love all the plant life. And there's just a really fun mix of like restaurants and stores and an art scene. And yeah, it's just cool here. I like it. Super chill.
I also liked it. It was pretty chill. Food was good. We went to a Southern style restaurant, got some food, and then we just hit some shops and hung out with the homies, and it was a great time.
Got some custom embroidered shirts that are in development right now.
Can't wait for you to see these.
Stay tuned for some C-Big merch.
Can't wait for you to see these. It has been pretty dope. And all, like I said, welcome to the list, Oakland, of places that, you know, maybe.
Yeah. I would say Oakland and Santa Cruz are really the only places on the list right now.
Right. Denver. I thought you said Denver.
Denver, I just took off the list.
Oh, bye-bye, Denver. We are a little bit north. The rain's coming in. We're a little bit north of San Jose right now. We were supposed to stay at a Harvest Host and ran into a little bit of a problem. It accepted us a bit later than we expected them to. So we requested it last week, didn't hear anything back, and then yesterday we got approved for it, which was great. And we weren't really panicking or like looking for somewhere to stay, but we were like happy that the place that we chose accepted to let us come. So I was looking out for a message. So when you book through Harvest Host, they usually send you a personal message of just like, hey, thanks for requesting to stay here. And it was a vineyard, so we were gonna like drink wine and like hang out on their property. So you usually get a message like, hey, thank you for requesting. Here are your instructions. Here's when you should be here if there is a time limit. Here's where you should park if there's parking restrictions. And here are things you need to know as far as directions if it is a bit off the beaten path, or if GPS is going to mislead you from where we actually are. So sometimes with vineyards and places that host RVs, they have separate kind of roomier entrances, or they have like directions specifically for RVs because they're gonna have like a lot of smaller car traffic that they kind of don't want you to like have to battle against. I checked the messages and we had none. So there were no instructions other than you show up, you park, you partake in wine. It starts to get late and we are leaving Oakland, and I'm thinking, all right, well, let me check in with the Harvest Host just to let them know that we're coming and to ask if there are special instructions, because we've done this enough to know that sometimes the app doesn't work the way it's supposed to. I hit them up and I'm like, hey, this is our ETA. Are there any things that we need to know, or can we just, you know, see you guys tonight or tomorrow? And I got a message back that said, we're closed. Now, I don't know if that meant for the night, if that meant for good, if someone maybe accepted our stay by mistake. It just said, we'll be closed. So I sent a message back that was like, my apologies, didn't know you were going to be closed. Is that for the night or is that for good? And either way, can we stay because you accepted us to stay recently? So it feels like if you check the messages and you let us stay, that we can stay. And then I got a message back that said, what's your ETA? And at this time, we stopped being en route because it's just like, wait, let's figure this out. I told you our ETA, I checked in with you, and now I've just got 2 questions that are making me doubtful of what's about to happen. I respond back with, looking here at your business hours, it does look like your business hours have updated, even though it is a weekend and a Saturday, to be earlier than expected, like well before the sun sets. Like it's middle of the afternoon. And I'm like, I don't know if your day starts early, you're a vineyard. I'm not here to question it. Just follow your directions. I got a message back that was just like, what's your ETA? And I said, it's still the same with maybe 15 or 20 minutes adjusted, because we are no longer rushing to get there because we don't know if we're gonna be able to stay there. And to which I was met with just a very, like, none of the questions were answered. Well, with just a very short, I guess we can stay until you get here. Without context, I read it wrong. I read it like I'm inconveniencing you. And for that, I apologize. Like, hey, look, not trying to be trouble, not trying to be inconveniencing. I understand it's a Saturday. You might have had a long day. You're trying to get out of there. We'll cancel. We'll just cancel and maybe reschedule for another time or just not come back. In my heart of hearts, I was just like, this might not be the place for us. It just feels like there was a barrier of communication that was broken down, and when we tried to bridge it, we just couldn't get on the same page. And usually I like to call when things like this happen, but I've done that too many times, especially with like people who are on Harvest Host. And by too many, I mean like once or twice before, and just did not feel like doing it. What we did do is found a 24-hour Planet Fitness, massive parking lot, and we drove around this whole parking lot just to make sure there were no signs for anything that may happen as far as like can't park here overnight, can't be here 24 hours, can't be here within these hours, blah blah blah. Most of it is Bay Area stuff of just like protect your vehicle, protect your belongings, because things do happen, which when you're in a major city, we've seen those signs before. We've actually seen those signs at parks before, so that's not a problem for us. We pulled up under a street light, and it's pretty well lit, it's pretty massive, and this Planet Fitness will be open for 24 hours. So I don't sleep well. If I can't sleep, I can go in there and do some squats. Or in the morning when we get ready to get out of here, we can actually go get a workout in and then a shower and then head out. So I think it worked out well. We'll see. We're gonna settle in, show you what we got, and maybe do some other things.
Okay, so the first thing I got is this cool vintage t-shirt. It's super soft. It says California Marine Mammal Center, a decade of dedication, with a bunch of goofy little seals on it. Second vintage item that I got is a vest, a fleece vest from Jagged Edge Mountain Gear, which I've never heard of, but meet me at the altar in your green vest.
I really like this vest.
Yeah,
I like this
cool
part.
vest.
I like this part right here around the collar. It looks like pine cones.
Yeah.
Great pockets. Look at these buttons. I think they're really cool buttons. Really sturdy, thin buttons. It's a cool vest.
Yeah.
What's the back look like?
Just plain.
Nice.
Just vintage green vest. And the last thing I got is just a cool t-shirt. This actually is not vintage. This is new. From an outdoor clothing store called Understory, which had a lot of really great stuff in it. Just needed a new t-shirt, so this is what I got. It's just got the U logo on it, which kind of like looks like a cement climbing wall with plants growing out of it. And then the last thing that we got is just a fun new card game called Life Hacks, because we're always looking for just fun little games that are 2-player or more for the RV that don't take up a lot of room. to keep us entertained, especially on the nights when we are not hooked up to power, so we can't watch TV. So this is just like a trivia card game. So the example on the back is, to heat food faster and to ensure it heats more evenly in a microwave, do you A, place the food in a bowl, not on a flat plate, B, space the food out on a plate so there is an empty hole in the middle of the food, or C, place a cup of water in the microwave with the food? If you think you know the right answer, leave it in the comments below and we'll tell you if you're right or wrong. What'd you get?
All right, for me, just something simple. It's an old, I don't know, probably not that old, but it's an LL Bean fleece. I have like a fleece on quarter zip that I really like, but this is like the only one that I have, and it's black and all that the cat hair shows. I wanted something that was kind of like a little bit more weathered and worn, so I got this LL Bean fleece. I like it because the bottom is not drawstring. The drawstrings have come out, which I actually like because it's wide at the bottom, but it's short. And you know who else is short and wide? Me.
And me.
I got it, and it only has this one piece, like a little cursive LL Bean, and you know, mostly like it because cursive is now extinct and no one reads or writes cursive anymore. So having a cursive LL Bean on this little fleece, pretty cool. And it wasn't that expensive. I liked the Oakland area because of the vintage shops that we went to weren't that pricey. Shout out LL Bean and shout out Jagged Edge.
Shout out Jagged Edge. Did not know he had a fleece line.
Did
not know they had a fleece line. You know, I just think of it as one guy. just Mr. Edge.
Just one dude, very jagged on the edge, and
really trying to get married.
All
just
of his
desperate for a wife.
All of his backup singers. It wasn't meet them at the altar; it was meet him at the altar.
I can only marry one guy.
Actually,
I only want to marry one guy.
Who?
If that.
Who do you want to marry?
Just saying, I don't want to marry multiple men.
Why did I feel offended? Like, why? You want to marry me?
No, thank you.
What? Sorry, anybody who is getting married or is married,
good for you. No judgment.
No judgment. Hard stop. Hard stop. That's it. This shopping center that we're in, I looked it up. It has everything. It's 24 hours, this Planet Fitness, and we checked all of the signs, and the signs look good. So, you know, fingers crossed we don't get the knock. And I guess we're gonna cut these lights off and hang out.
Night. Maybe play this new card game.
Let's
get it. Have you got foot odor problems? If so, wash them in A, vodka, B, cold coffee, or C, orange juice.
All right, so logic is vodka doesn't have smell, which is why people drink vodka. Cold coffee are just coffee beans in general. If you were like smelling perfumes or doing a thing, then you would reset your nose with coffee beans. And then orange juice makes no sense because orange juice is sweet, and it feels like after that starts to dry, it's gonna get a sticky mess.
Sticky, sugary mess. No way bacteria grow with that.
Yeah, exactly. If your feet stink, it's because of bacteria. That's not gonna. I'm gonna say vodka.
Correct.
Ooh, hell yeah. Life hacks. The question cards. What's the best way to prevent your glasses from fogging up? This is a good one because JJ doesn't wear her glasses.
I do wear my glasses.
What's the best way to prevent your glasses from fogging up?
Don't wear them.
Don't need them. Is it A, to rub a little olive oil on your lenses? Is it B, wipe the inside of a banana peel on the lenses of your glasses? Or C, rub a bar of soap on your lenses?
It can't be any of those things.
They all sound really ridiculous.
Rub olive oil.
That's never coming off.
Bar of soap. Or, what was the other one? Banana peel?
Banana peel.
I'm thinking about how when I went to summer camp and one of the activities that we did was snorkeling, and they taught us to keep your mask from fogging up, you spit in it first and you rub the spit around.
I've seen that too.
And then you rinse it with water. So I'm guessing that all three of these things, you rub it on and then you rinse it with water. Because otherwise you wouldn't be able to see. It'd just be a smeary mess.
I bet you're going to say you rinse it with spit.
I guess like a question is like, are you just trying to prevent the glasses from fogging, or are you also trying to see out of them too?
I can't see, but they're not foggy.
It can't be the banana peel. That's just crazy.
Crazier than olive oil?
It just seems so messy. None of these seem right. Wait, I already forgot what the third one was.
Bar of soap.
Bar of soap? It's gotta be bar of soap.
It is rub a bar of soap on your glasses to keep them from fogging.
And then what? And then you wash them?
Who knows? I mean, if it's Irish Spring...
Yeah, what kind of soap are we talking about?
If it's Irish Spring, then your glasses will, one, never be wet or be foggy because Irish Spring dries things out to the maximum.
Driving into a town and don't know what the local attractions are or what things you could do?
Well, this is helpful for our trip.
Oh, then simply A, Google the town's name, adding the number 101 after the name. B, ask the oldest person you can find. Or C, call a hotel, say you're staying there next week, and ask what things you can do when you arrive.
Bother an old person, lie to a hotel, or just use Google and 101. First of all, who... I've never put entry level class. I've never put town and entry level class into Google. I've never been like, no, here we go. San Jose 101. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, so because that one doesn't make any sense, I'm gonna go to a hotel one.
That is technically, according to this card, the correct answer.
But the correct answer is Google.
The correct answer is obviously Google. However, the best answer is ask the oldest person you can find.
The best person. Hey, I can just imagine us pulling up in Steve Harvey, rolling the window down, and like, hey, excuse me, sir.
How old are you?
How old are you? That ain't old enough. And then we just drive off.
I know we could do better.
What, you 68? Nah. Nah, you from here? Okay. Sounds like we're trying to abduct an old person.
Also, why doesn't it ask the youngest person you can find? Because
they're going to be out doing stuff.
Right.
These cards are fun.
These cards are fun because these answers are wild.
They make no sense. But we have spent the day supporting local businesses in Oakland.
Yeah.
It was a great time. San Francisco, Oakland area, thank you.
Really fun.
Thank you for the good time, even though it was raining. A lot of beautiful places, a lot of great food. Shout out to Oakland. Shout out to Catherine and Amadou for holding it down and like showing us around, taking us to some cool spots. Shut up, Waffles. We're doing a thing.
Hey, we're recording. Quiet on set.
Quiet on set. The director is shouting notes at us from the back.
He's like, hurry it up. We're already past our union break.
So, like I was saying, shout out to Catherine and Amadou. Shout out to the Oakland area for not bipping us.
Thank you.
We were on Bip Watch. We were like a young Pam Anderson and David Hasselhoff running around Oakland slow motion, making sure we ain't get bipped. So, this is what bipping means. Okay, thank you guys for tuning in. We really appreciate it. If you watched the whole video and you made it this far, super duper greatly appreciated. Love you guys. Listen, like, comment, share this with some friends, share this with people I don't know, share this people with you don't know. Let everybody know that there are two weirdos in an RV with their cat doing things that are very regular in towns but acting like they're brand new.
Find the oldest person you can and share this with them.
Call a hotel and tell them that you're staying there and that you know Sea Big RV Adventures. Google Sea Big 101 and put us out there. No, thank you guys for tuning in. And you know what time it is. You know what we say
At the end of the day.
Good luck, Dunphy. I'm off to get some new cross trainers. I blow through them pretty fast with all this power walking I'm into. Catch you later.
My best birthday memory. I'm a teenager, and for some reason,